The river in the Rockies is older than any name carved into its stones. It has seen storms, deaths, betrayals, and rebirths, but the night Mara Holloway brought her children to its frozen edge, the river felt something it had not felt in decades. A woman terrified of being unmasked, because if there was one thing Mara could not tolerate, it was being seen as the villain. She lived her life like a performance, always adjusting the script, always changing the costume. She stole personalities from the men she dated, slipping into their interests like borrowed clothes. She hated baseball her entire life, couldn't sit through an inning. But when her new partner, a kind, bald African-American man who worked for the Hyenas baseball organization, stepped into her world, suddenly she was the team's biggest fan. She wore their colors, posted selfies at the games, cheered loudly on social media, not out of passion, but out of desperation, because without a man to mirror, she had no identity of her own. Yet none of those curated smiles mattered now, not out here, not to the river. Her children felt the wrongness long before she spoke a word. Something cold had settled behind her eyes, a silence so deep it pressed against their ribs. She held their hands too tightly, walked too fast, breathed too sharply. "Mom, why are we here?" her son whispered. Mara turned with a smile that didn't match her face. "Because we don't need anyone but each other." The ice groaned beneath her, an ancient warning. The daughter's breath hitched. The trees around them went still, as if listening. When Mara stepped forward, the river finally made its decision. A crack split the frozen surface. A jagged line raced across the ice like lightning. The children lunged backward. Mara didn't. The river opened beneath her. She plunged into the black water, her scream swallowed whole by a force older than her lies, older than her rage, older than her endless attempts to reshape herself into someone she had never been. Search teams combed the valley for days, but the river returned nothing, because the Rockies hold their truth close. And truth is this: a woman who lives in mirrors eventually becomes a ghost of her own making. A woman who cannot stand to be the villain becomes trapped in her own story. And a woman who destroys what others love most becomes the legend the mountains whisper about. Mara Holloway was gone, but La Llorona was finally born. And in the Rockies, the wise say, some spirits drown only once, but their cries echo forever. Follow for episode 9.